Discretion is advised.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
We often show you surveillance video of robberies at convenience stores, but tonight we'll show you a stick-up where the police are paying close attention to the choice of weapon and the culprit's voice. Here's WBTV anchor Paul Cameron's exclusive Crime Stoppers investigation.
8:45 on a Friday night. A gunman bolts through the door.
You! Open the cash register! Open the cash register! Okay. Hurry up! Hurry up!
The clerk is frightened down to his knees.
Boy, I shoot you in the head right now! Hurry up!
When he comes in, do you think he sounds pretty panicked?
Pretty panicked, and Paul, he sounded desperate.
I don't do anything stupid. Hurry up!
Obviously, this clerk is just frightened to death. I would be, no doubt. And it takes a little while to punch in those numbers.
Pointing the gun at you, he's threatening to shoot you in the head. You know, being able to remember to punch in those numbers to get the cash register is pretty hard.
And after the threat to shoot, the crook actually cocks his gun. And notice this is a revolver. That's kind of old school compared to more of the semi-automatics we usually see robbers use.
What do you make of this desperate voice, coupled with the fact that he's using the old school revolver?
I don't do anything stupid. Hurry up!
We're hoping that the voice recognition, as well as the clothing and the revolver, is enough for somebody to maybe give us a clue who this guy might be.
Now, this happened at the Express Mart on East Woodlawn. This is the best picture we have from the video. His face well hidden. He's wearing a mask. He's about 5'10", they say. But again, the voice. And call Crime Stoppers, 704-334-1600, if you think you know. Reward money up to $1,000. Molly and Jamie, really, old school revolver coupled with the voice. That's the evidence that police hope catch this panicked bandit.
He was a wonderful man. He had a great sense of humor. He always knew how to make someone laugh. He always had a smile on his face, and he made the whole room happy.
And I never realized the inherent danger that could be in that, you know, and I know that Jimmy didn't either.
A big break in the case, but investigators are still searching for clues in the shooting death of a South Florida teen. Detectives want to know more about a car in that area when the 15-year-old was killed. The night team's Walter Morris is in Northwest Miami-Dade with the latest on this investigation. Walter?
Well, Belkis, earlier this evening, detectives were walking up and down this street, handing out flyers and asking for information after a 15-year-old killed in a drive-by shooting. One arrest has been made today. A teenager accused of the crime was in court, and tonight that victim's parents are speaking out.
I don't know what to think.
What went through your head when you found out someone had been arrested for this crime?
I finally got a chance to eat.
Devastated parents reacting after a break in the case. The teenager accused of killing their 15-year-old son behind bars.
You don't go around killing innocent kids for nothing.
17-year-old Christopher Stewart sitting before a Broward judge Thursday. Stewart facing second-degree murder charges for a drive-by shooting that took the life of 15-year-old Carlisto Logan.
I don't wish for no death upon nobody, but I wish for justice.
Police say Logan was walking down Northwest 6th Avenue near 105th Street Tuesday around 6 p.m. when a car pulled up and someone opened fire. The 15-year-old fatally wounded, and a black BMW with tinted windows seen leaving the area.
Why would you take my baby?
Police tracking down Christopher Stewart in Miramar. Thursday, a judge telling the teen he would be transferred to a detention center in Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade Police! Oh, sir, Miami-Dade Police.
And Thursday evening, the investigation into the crime continued. Detectives going door-to-door feet from where the 15-year-old was gunned down, handing out flyers, asking for more information.
We're gonna leave a couple flyers.
While friends and family gathered around a growing memorial.
It's not fair. My baby gone. My only little boy is gone. Well, how am I supposed to live with that?
Okay, so this investigation is still ongoing and police asking for the public's help. If you know anything, if you saw that black four-door BMW with tinted windows, they ask that you call Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. You could get cash with the right information.
At 4 o'clock, horror at home for two brothers confronted by a thief lurking in their backyard with a gun pointed right at them. Good afternoon. On this Friday, the crook took off with money, jewelry, and their sense of security.
And police want to take him off the streets. That homeowner talking exclusively to 7 News. Rosh Lowe is live on Miami Beach with our top story here. Rosh?
Now let me tell you why that interview is important. When you stand here on Flamingo Drive and you look at all these beautiful homes here and you think to yourself about this home invasion, that's one level. But when you actually speak with the homeowner, who happens to be a doctor, her husband's a doctor, and you hear her story of what happened here to her 2 adult sons, that takes this story to another level.
It was really frightening. At the beginning, I couldn't just believe what happened. But on the other hand, I'm really grateful to God because this is like a miracle for all of us.
Miami Beach police on scene hours later, still trying to get to the bottom of a violent home invasion robbery. A miracle that no one was hurt. This woman, still too frightened to show her face, is a doctor on Miami Beach who lives in this beautiful home on Flamingo Drive with her husband, also a doctor.
One of my sons was alone in the house, and then he went to the backyard, and it's like the guy was waiting for him. So immediately he opens the door, and he approached him with a gun in his hand and told him, "Let me go into the house."
Thursday around 8 p.m., her son, in his mid-20s, is in the backyard when a thug with a gun accosts him.
They did exactly what he wanted. He took some stuff, and then he brought them downstairs.
He is taken inside the home, where his brother, also in his mid-20s, was inside. They were forced to give up watches. The thief then put the 2 men in the pool cabana and took off.
They were not harmed. They were extremely frightened, but at least he didn't just... He pushed them a little bit, but that's it.
Miami Beach police on scene throughout the day, combing for clues.
I hope this doesn't happen to any other person.
Okay, so if you have any information on this case, you saw Miami Beach police, they have put a lot of resources into solving the case. You could help them if you know who committed this crime. Pick up the phone and call Crime Stoppers, 305-471-TIPS. Remember, this occurred around 8 o'clock at night, and Miami Beach police telling me this type of crime here on Flamingo Drive is extremely rare. They want to do everything they can to catch that thug who committed this and put him behind bars.
It all started with demands for a key and a hotel room.
Employees said no, and that's when police say the trouble started. 7's Katrina Bush is live at the scene in Miramar with more on what happened next. Katrina?
Well, police say they got 911 calls from 2 locations about this same group, including inside this hotel, where investigators say the 5 were banging on doors. A group first spotted at a nearby gas station is the reason for this response, police say. SWAT team members armed and ready at the Hampton Inn off Red Road. Hotel guests caught in the mix.
Come out to our car, and they told us just to, hey, come over to the side. We didn't know what was going on.
It looked like every police officer in South Florida was here, though. It was amazing.
Hotel staff called police after they say a group of 5 walked in asking for a key to a specific room. When they didn't get what they wanted, they went upstairs and started banging on doors. Witnesses say one of the 5 had a mask and a gun.
A very heavy police presence here that has remained here as a SWAT team, as you said, surrounded the building.
Skyforce HD hovering high above the Hampton Inn as police rounded up 5 people, possibly juveniles, they say.
A group of people, 5 people, including 1 female, walked out of the building. They were taken into custody, police custody.
Police walking those 5 away in handcuffs one by one. Investigators learning later that gun was actually a BB gun. The scene still unsettling to people caught in the middle.
Pretty scary, man.
Now, there were some traffic delays, but no one was injured during all of this. Now, at last check on this still active investigation, police say they were able to get inside and, again, take those 5 people into custody.